The lighthouse keeper's secret, finding purpose and connection in solitude.
Elara lived a life painted in shades of gray. Her world was the lighthouse, a solitary tower of stone perched on a jagged cliff overlooking the churning sea. Day in and day out, she diligently tended to the lamp, its beam a resolute finger of light cutting through the perpetual fog that clung to the coastline. The fog was her constant companion, a swirling, whispering presence that blurred the line between sea and sky and mirrored the isolation that had become her life. Loneliness was the rhythm of Elara's days. Her only conversations were with the wind howling around the lantern room and the rhythmic crashing of waves against the rocks below. She'd arrived at the lighthouse seeking solitude, a refuge from a world that felt too loud and overwhelming. But the silence, initially comforting, had grown heavy, pressing in on her like the fog itself. Days bled into weeks, weeks into months, marked only by the changing patterns of the fog and the endless cycle of lamp maintenance. Doubt began to creep into her quiet hours. Was her work truly meaningful? Out there, beyond the swirling gray, ships sailed. Lives continued, oblivious to the solitary figure tending a light in the mist. Did anyone even notice her efforts? Did her light truly make a difference? Or was it just a lonely beacon in a vast, indifferent ocean? The fog seemed to whisper these doubts into her ear, amplifying her sense of insignificance. One evening, as the fog was particularly dense, a crackle from the radio broke the silence. It was a ship, a freighter battling its way through the treacherous conditions. The captain's voice, strained with relief, filled the small radio room.
Lighthouse, this is the Northern Star. Your lights saved us. We were completely lost in the fog, instruments failing. We saw your beam just in time. Thank you. Thank you for being there.
Elara froze, the wrench she was holding slipping from her grasp and clattering to the floor. She replayed the message in her mind, the captain's voice echoing with genuine gratitude. Someone had seen her light. Someone had relied on her solitary vigil. In the vast emptiness of the fog, her work had mattered. It had made a tangible difference. A warmth spread through Elara, chasing away the chill of loneliness and doubt. She looked out at the swirling mist, no longer seeing it as a symbol of isolation, but as the very reason her light was needed. The fog wasn't her enemy. It was the canvas upon which her purpose was painted. From that day forward, Elara's solitude transformed. The lighthouse was no longer a prison, but a post of responsibility, a place of quiet strength. She continued her routine, tending the lamp with renewed dedication. Each rotation of the beam became a conscious act of service, a silent offering of guidance and safety to unseen travelers. She started to notice the subtle beauty of her isolated world, the way the fog shifted and danced, creating ethereal landscapes. The resilience of the seabirds that braved the harsh conditions, the powerful, unwavering rhythm of the ocean. She found a quiet joy in her competence, in the knowledge that she was a steadfast point of reliability in an unpredictable world. Though her life remained solitary, Elara was no longer lonely. She was connected to the countless ships she guided, to the seafarers whose lives depended on her light. Her purpose was clear, her contribution real, even if unseen by most. In the heart of the fog, the lighthouse keeper had found not just light for others, but light within herself, proving that even in solitude, a life of quiet service can be profoundly meaningful and deeply connected. And for anyone feeling lost in their own fog of loneliness, Elara's story whispers a powerful truth. Your purpose and your connections may be closer than you think, waiting to be revealed in the simple act of shining your light, wherever you are.
Thank you for listening. If you like our stories, please like and subscribe. Until next time, goodbye.